Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, Meetings Assistance for Jehovah's Witnesses. I hope all of you are doing well. In this video, we are going to prepare for the book study, Learn from the Bible, for the week of November 17th to 23rd. And this week we will study lessons 36 and 37. Let's begin. Lesson 36, Jephthah's Promise. Question 1. What did Jephthah promise? Jephthah promised that if Jehovah helped him win the battle, he would give the first person who came out of his house to welcome him so that the person could be dedicated to sacred service. Additional comments. Jephthah made his promise during a moment of intense pressure, but he did it sincerely, fully trusting that Jehovah could give him the victory. The account shows that he said, "If you help us win this battle, I promise I will give you the first one who comes out of my house." That statement reveals faith, but also the seriousness of making a commitment to God. The narrative shows that Jehovah heard Jephthah's prayer because he helped him win the battle. This indicates that Jehovah responds when he sees sincerity and a willing spirit to fulfill what has been promised. The victory shows that God listens to the pleas of those who trust in him. Additional comments. When Jephthah returned, the first person he saw was his daughter coming out to greet him, dancing and playing the tambourine. His reaction of pain shows that his promise had not been made lightly. This teaches that impulsive decisions can bring very difficult consequences. Jephthah concluded that he had to keep his promise when he said, "To fulfill it, I must send you to serve at the tabernacle in Shiloh." This highlights that, although it was painful, he firmly believed in the obligation to keep what he had promised to Jehovah, showing integrity and respect for his spiritual commitments. Question 2. What did Jephthah's daughter do when she learned about her father's promise? She accepted that her father had to fulfill the promise, and she willingly dedicated her life to service at the tabernacle, asking only for some time to say goodbye to her friends. Additional comments. When Jephthah explained what he had promised, his daughter responded with respect and faith, "Father, if you promised that to Jehovah, then you must keep it." Her attitude demonstrates obedience, spiritual maturity, and complete trust in God. Before going to the tabernacle, she asked, "Let me go with my friends to the mountains for 2 months." This shows that although she accepted the outcome, she also needed time to process the drastic change in her life, reflecting a balanced and human reaction. Additional comments. The text says that she was faithful and served at the tabernacle all her life. Her continuous service shows that she not only accepted the decision, but embraced it with loyalty and dedication, becoming an example of spiritual commitment. The account adds that her friends visited her every year in Shiloh. This shows that she maintained healthy emotional relationships despite her exclusive dedication, and that others recognized and appreciated her sacrifice, visiting her regularly. Lesson 37, Jehovah speaks to Samuel. Question 1. Why was Samuel different from Hophni and Phinehas? Samuel was different because he obeyed Jehovah, behaved well, and served respectfully at the tabernacle, while Hophni and Phinehas acted with selfishness, abuse, and disobedience. Additional comments. The account says that Hophni and Phinehas did not obey Jehovah's laws and treated the people very badly, showing a pattern of corrupt behavior. In contrast, Samuel maintained clean and spiritual conduct even at a young age. It explains that Eli's sons kept the best meat meant for the sacrifices, showing disrespect for holy things. On the other hand, Samuel showed respect for sacred service, which made him stand out. Additional comments. Jehovah was pleased with Samuel because he did not do bad things like they did. This shows that faithfulness does not depend on age but on having a heart that is willing to obey and do what is right. While Eli did not discipline his sons, even though he knew they were behaving badly, Samuel developed a personal relationship with Jehovah. His good conduct prepared the way for God to consider him worthy of receiving a direct message. Question 2. What message did Jehovah give to Samuel? Jehovah revealed that he would judge and punish Eli and his family because Eli knew his sons were acting wickedly in the tabernacle and had not corrected them. Additional comments. When Samuel responded, "Speak, Jehovah. Your servant is listening," Jehovah communicated a serious message about Eli's family, showing that he trusted Samuel to transmit important truths. Jehovah told him, "I am going to punish him and his family," indicating that the actions of Hophni and Phinehas had consequences. The message included divine justice for the harm they were causing in a holy place. Additional comments. The reason for the punishment became clear when Jehovah said that Eli knows his sons are doing bad things, but he does not correct them. This shows that spiritual irresponsibility also has consequences before God. Although Samuel was afraid, he eventually told everything to Eli. This detail shows his integrity. Even though he was young, he fulfilled his duty as a messenger, reinforcing his role as Jehovah's chosen prophet. Well, these have been the practical answers for this week's congregation book study. I hope they are very helpful to you, my dear brothers and sisters. I send you a big hug, and may Jehovah always bless and protect you.